Hello viewers, now we are going to discuss about multi-rate signal processing, which is a part and parcel of digital signal processing, which is a very important topic in digital signal processing. Now we are in part 3 of multi-signal processing. I had already completed 2 parts. In those parts, I had completed upsampling, downsampling, what is meant by decimation, what is meant by interpolation process. All these I had already covered. Now we are moving to another topic called multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion. Multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion. Previously in part 2 I had covered sampling rate conversion by rational factor, that is non-integer values. Okay, this is the part 2. Now we are entering into a new concept. It's called multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion. For understanding this concept very clearly, you can go with the previous videos. Then only you can able to understand this topic very clearly. Anyway, I am going to give some basic idea in this particular topic. Now we are moving to, it is a very simple topic. It's just take 10 minutes to complete this topic. Now we are going to move with our topic. That is introduction. Why we need multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion means, here we can avoid the complexity of design. Here we can avoid complexity of a design. It is computationally more efficient to implement the structures. It is a more efficient structure to implement. Here the topic only indicates, the topic name itself indicates the multi-stage implementation. In this particular topic we are having multi-stages. Okay, let us move into block diagram of multi-stage decimator. In this particular topic we are having 2 parts, that is multi-stage decimator and multi-stage interpolator. In examinations, write about multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion. If they will ask in the examination, you have to write both the multi-stage decimator as well as multi-stage interpolator in order to get the good marks. Okay, first of all we are going to start with the multi-stage decimator. I had already discussed about what is decimator and what is the decimation process. What is decimation means, downsampling along with the filter will gives rise a process called a decimation process. Combinedly together will give one process. That process is called decimation. Downsampling along with the filter will give one process. That process is named as decimation. Now the question arises, what is most of the people had known about filter. Filter means it filters the output. Okay, most of the people had known about the filter, but the question arises, what is meant by downsampling? What is meant by downsampling means we are dropping the samples. We are removing the samples in the given inputs. In the given input sequence, we are dropping some samples. That is called downsampling. Okay, downsampling along with the filter will give rise to decimation. Okay, D1 is called a decimator. This total process is called it is H1 of n. Here H1 of n, H2 of n, and so on up to Hj of n. All these are called anti-aliasing filters. Okay, anti-aliasing filters. This down indicated arrow D1, D2 and so on up to Dj. All these are called decimators. The filter, anti-aliasing filter along with this decimator is called as the decimation process. Okay, we had already discussed in part 1 what is meant by decimation process. Simply remember, this H1 of n is a anti-aliasing filter, D1 is an decimator. These together H1 of n and D1 is called as an decimation process. Okay, decimation process. Actually in case of downsampling, we are having one effect. that is called aliasing effect. This aliasing effect can be reduced by inserting an one filter before the this decimator. Okay, in order to avoid the aliasing effect, we have to insert an filter. Okay, this is the we have to draw multi stages. The name itself indicates we have to draw multi stages in the block diagram. Okay, in decimation process we have to write the block diagram up to this part. Here we are involving multi stages now. So we have to draw up to n stages. Hj of n, h1 of n, d1 is stage 1, h2 of n plus together d2 is called decimator. These two are these two are called stage 2, and so on up to hj of n, dj is called stage j. Okay, we are starting from stage 1 to stage j. That means I am considering this as j. You can take any variable as your wish. Okay, it is dj. This together is remember, this is decimator along with the filter is called decimation process simply. Okay, here fs is the input sampling rate. Here x of n is the input, y of m is the output. Okay, fs is the input sampling rate. Fs by d is called the output sampling rate. What is the output that we are going to get is fs by d1. I had already discussed it in part 1. If you have the downsampling like this, we have the downsampling like this. Here the input is fx. This is a general form. Okay, the output is fy. Then we have this is a general equation that we have to remember forever. Okay, fx by d. If you have the input is fx, output is fy equal to fx by d. Similarly, this is only one stage. Okay, this particular block diagram involves only one stage. We are having multiple stages now. For this purpose, here see here input is fs. Here the input is fx. Okay, for output is fx by d. Similarly, here fs by d1. Okay, similar this manner. Here if input is fs, we are getting output as fs by d1. If input is fx, we are getting fx by d. Similarly, for stage 2 now, fs by d1 into d2. For stage j, fs by d, where d stands for d equal to d1 into d2 into d3 and so on dj. Okay, where d stands for d1 into d2 into d3. It can also be written as like this. Okay, this is a multi-stage decimator. Here I am drawing only one stage decimator. If input is fx, this is the general equation. This is the general formula that we have to remember. If input is fx, output is fx by d. Similarly, if input is fs and output is fs by d1. Okay, of this particular decimation process filter, and this is a anti-aliasing filter. Anti-aliasing filter together with the decimator is called a decimation process. Okay, this decimation process is helpful to reduce the anti-aliasing effect. Then we can go with the next slide. That is at ith stage. Consider this is a simple general formula that you have to remember here. Fi equal to f suffix I minus 1 by di. This is the general formula where I ranges from 1 to 3 and so on up to j. I am considering the variable as j. If you consider any variable n, you can consider as your wish. I am considering for my convenience this variable as j. Okay. For example, let I equal to 2, f2 equal to f1 by d2. f2 equal to f1 by d2. Similarly, here it is. Here this stage is called f1. This particular output, this stage is called output, and this particular stage is called f2. Here at the second stage we are having what we are having f1 by d2, f1 by d2. What is f1? we had already discussed. What is F1? It is F1. It is F1. It is F1. Fs by d1. Substitute here Fs by d1 by d2. So we can get this expression. We can get this expression Fs by d1 into d2. So if you forget this, if you simply remember this equation, you can get these output equations for n number of stages. For stage 3 also similar. Here you can notice one important point. This is in F2 F1 is involved, in F3 F2 is involved, in F4 F3 is involved. That means for getting F2 we require F1. Okay, stage 1 output we can require F2. For getting F2 we have to require F1 value. Okay, that means stage 1 output value we have to require. For getting stage 2 output, stage 2 output already involves stage 1 input, stage 1 output. Stage 3 already stage 3 output already involves stage 2 output. Similar manner. Okay. If you forget these output equations, if you simply remember these equations, we can easily find out up to n number of stages. That's why I am considering this as one formula that is at ith stage. This is F1. Actually, this is F2. F2 already involves internally F1. Output of second stage internally involves output of first stage. Okay, remember this point forever. Now we had already completed. Initially I had said for getting multi-stage implementation, you have to draw two structures, that is multi-stage decimation as well as multi-stage interpolator. Okay, this is an interpolator. This H1 of n is called as an anti-imaging filter. In decimation, okay, this H1 of n, H2 of n up to Hj of n, all these filters are anti-aliasing filters. H1 of n, H2 of n, Hj of n, all these are called anti-imaging filters. Anti-imaging filters. Here we have to know about interpolation concept. What is interpolation concept means? Upsampling along with the filter is called as an interpolation. Upsampling along with the filter is called as an interpolation. Then the question arises, what is upsampling? Upsampling means we are inserting a samples. We are inserting in samples. Samples means nothing but zeros. We are inserting zeros between the successive samples. Okay, I had already covered upsampling in part 1. Just to go through this video for better understandability of this concept. What is an interpolation means? What is an interpolation concept means? Upsampling plus filter. Upsampling along with the filter gives rise to a process called interpolation. Here it is an interpolator. It is indicated with an I1. It is in first stage. It is in first stage interpolation process. So let us take a general form. This is now I am going to write a general form structure. That is this is an general form. I had already discussed in part 1 video. Just to go through this. H1 of n is an anti-imaging filter. This is an upsampler. This is a Fy. The output Fy equal to, this is an output Fy. Okay, this is the general form. This is the here we are going to get the input Fx. This is the general form of a interpolation process. In interpolation, in first stage, it is a first stage. It is also called general form. If the input is Fx and output is Fy, here involving only one. This is I. Here involving only one interpolator along with the anti-imaging filter. Okay, anti-imaging filter. Let us discuss about an upsampling process. An upsampling process. This is an consider it is an I. If you give an input for this particular block diagram, for input is Fx and input is Fx, then output is Fy. where Fy equal to I into Fx. I into Fx. I into Fx. This is the general formula. It is a single stage. This is a single stage upsampling process. This is a single stage interpolation process. This is upsampling. This is interpolation. By recalling these two, we can easily understand this concept. Here it involves only stage 1. We are involving L number of stages. Okay, L or N number of stages, any variable as your choice you can take. Okay, it is stage 1, it is stage 2, and so on up to stage L. Okay, the interpolator along with the filter. Okay, the output is I1 into Fs. See here, if you give the input is Fx, we are getting output as I into Fx. Similarly, if you give the input Fs, we are getting the stage 1 output as I1 into Fx. Similarly, stage 2, I1 into I2 into Fs. That means stage 2 output already involves stage 1 input. Okay, stage L, where L, it is then stage L. Okay, where stage L output it is I into Fs. This is the stage L output. Stage 1 output is I1 into Fs. Stage 2 output is I1 into I2 into Fs. Similarly, just like as a decimator, this is the stage L. This output is I into Fs, where I equal to, where this I equal to this equation, where I equal to I1 into I2 into and so on up to I say. It can also be written as simply like this. Okay, summation I equal to 1 to j into I. He can also write this manner. Okay, for our better understandability, you can also write this. Here, some important formula are there for doing problems. In this particular multi-stage processing, we are getting a number of problems in examinations. Multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion is especially important for the problems. In problems, they will ask to design a 2-stage decimator, 3-stage decimator, 1-stage decimator, etc. For doing such problems, we have to know these formulas. I am not going to discuss any problems now. For time being, just remember these formulas. Okay. In further classes, I will discuss the problems. Okay. Now just remember these formulas. If you see fx in a problem, then put fx equal to f naught. It is an input stage or zeroth stage. Zeroth stage. In place of fx, you will substitute f naught in problems. If f naught is there, you have to substitute fx. This is one of the important formula. And design equations at each stage, these are the design equations for the each stage. In problems, they will ask to design 2-stage decimator. They will ask to design 2-stage decimator, 3-stage decimator, 1-stage decimator. All these problems are very, very important. In case of a multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion, this particular topic is especially meant for the problems. Okay, just by knowing the basic idea, we can easily solve the problems. Here we have 3 types of design equations for pass band, for transition band, for stop band. For pass band, where f is ranges from 0 to fpc, 0 is less than or equal to, f is less than or equal to fpc. Where a transition band equation, design equation is fpc less than or equal to f less than or equal to fi minus fsc. Where a stop band design equation is fi minus fsc less than or equal to f less than or equal to fi minus f suffix I minus 1 by 2. These equations we have to remember forever for doing to this type of problems involved in multi-stage implementation of sampling rate conversion. They will mainly ask to design 2-stage decimators, 3-stage decimator, 1-stage decimator. For in those particular problems, we have to use these equations and this formula. Whenever you are required whenever you are asked to know the value of fx, you have immediately substitute fx equal to f naught. If you don't know the value of f naught, you have to substitute f naught equal to fx. These two formulas, these input stage equation, these design equations are useful in solving the problems. I hope you had understood this concept Thank you.